Hello, Super Brains. Welcome you all for this workshop. In this video, I'm going to tell you and I'm going to reveal the secrets how you can prevent memory loss and how you can improve your brain fitness strategies. Do you want to know that? I'm not going to tell you different kind of exercises, but do you have interest how we can change our daily routine, our daily work itself for memory improvement? Yes, we can even change our daily work itself for memory improvement. So thereby we can prevent memory loss and improve brain fitness. But for any work, we need consistency. So you have to do practice. Then automatically you can able to see your progress. So it's nothing but neurobics. Have you heard about neurobics? We know aerobics, right? That is physical exercise. For our physical strength, we used to do aerobics. That the same way, neurobics you can do for the neural strength, neurons strength, like the different network pathway of the neurons where you can stimulate it, and thereby we can do the neurobics. So as I said, aerobics is physical exercise. That physical exercise, how if you change your daily routine physical exercise, thereby you can get the physical strength thing. For example, if you instead of using the elevator, if you use stats, that itself for you as a physical exercise. The same way, we are not going to do different kind of brain gym exercise, but how we can change our daily routine, daily habits, and thereby we are creating mind building exercises, right? So thereby we are activating the rarely pathway of the brain. We have to use our every part of the brain, but we always use some kind of the parts and we never use some of the areas of the brain. So if we sometimes activating the different areas of the brain, thereby we are giving work to the brain and automatically our memory also will be improved. So what our brain likes something like engaging, challenging work and something you want to expect and thinking those kind of things. So what are the daily routines you can change it? So first what I want to tell, first break your routines. If anything, you may have visualized your daily work, but the second day, visualize it in different way. Do the second work first. So which one is important, you have to do that, but little bit changes you can make it. The first one is new routes. This is very easy, right? If you are a person who always uses same route from the home to the office, from the home to the schools, or if any malls or anything you know that place, try to go with different routes instead of using GPS. If you know the place directly without GPS, try one time without you have to try it, or else you can take a different route. So thereby suddenly you are activating some pathway in your brain. The second one, non-dominant hand. What is non-dominant hand? Right? We always use right hands, right? Most of the people will be right-handed person for brushing, eating. But some people they have left hand. They are like left-handed people. They use the left hand, right? So if you are a person who use always your right hand, switch to left hand. For simple kind of work, you can change and you can use your left hand. For what purpose and all you can change in brushing teeth. These and all very easy exercise, right? Like brushing teeth, right? Regularly we used to do, right? So instead of right hand, try to do with your left hand. Brushing you can do with your left hand. Even these kind of exercise you can share with your children and friends, everyone. So thereby what you are doing different, suddenly you are giving some different kind of task to your brain. So different kind of neural pathway will be activated, different kind of areas of the brain will be activated. So your brain becomes alive always. But these simple changes, you have to do it regularly. For brushing teeth, you can use your left hand, combing hair, or switching on or off of the fan or light. TV remote. While using the TV remote, you can take your left hand. Sometimes you try to write in the left hand. I said, right, for memory, I am a super brain and I am improving my memory power. Positive affirmation, we have to write it. That itself will have a different kind of visualization in your mind, right? But sometimes you try to write in the left hand. Sometimes what you can do, you can write in the both hand. Initially, see, people who started to write in the left hand, initially the handwriting won't be good. We are only going to see, right? That also, like, if you consistently practice, it will also come. But if you can't find time, like those kind of thing, if you thought, just write the numbers in the left hand or ABCD in the left hand, or else try to write different letters in both hands, like A in the right hand, B in the left hand. Then same letters at the same time you can write it. A in both hand, A, B in both hands. So you can try all these things. What else and all we can change it? If you want to tie your shoelaces, okay, reversely you can try it. Or else if you can possible, you can do with one hand. If you are always using the both hands, try to do with one hand. So these are simple changes, right? So different times try with the different thing, and thereby what you are giving work to your brain, and you are activating the different rarely pathway of the neurons. So why we have to do all these things? Is it necessary? What happens generally, you will have memory loss. Generally, it will be like above 40, 50 only, it will start. That's because mainly the neuron cells depletion. But still, neuroplasticity concept is there. Still, you can able to create the different neural network. Thereby, your memory will be improved, right? People who has Alzheimer's disease, those people and all, they are giving the exercises. What they are doing, they are giving the exercise to activate the both brains, different kind of activities. For a person who always work one, sometimes you can go for some picnic, you can get some fresh air. So like these different kind of changes, you have to do it. So if you felt you don't have time to do all those things, you can change your route, how you are going the roads, and don't always stay in a comfortable zone. If you're going in a car, sometimes you go with cycle. If it is near, go with cycle. If you are using a bike, try with bicycle, you can try it. Otherwise, sometimes you can go in the buses, right? So sometimes you can also draw in the left hand. Try to draw in the left hand, also right hand, then try with both hands. So these changes you can make it, and you can relax yourself. When you are relaxing yourself, you can do all these kind of activities. Even if you want to put buttons on your shirt, sometimes try with only one hand, right? We always use both hand, right? Sometimes try with one hand. So these are the simple changes where you can make it, and thereby, without knowing yourself, subconsciously you are improving your memory. Then so these kind of focus works like changing the daily routines, you can do the memory improvement. Other than that, what you can do means senses. We have 5 senses, right? So generally, if you involve anything with 5 senses, it will be stored for your long-term memory. So what daily changes we can make it for senses? For example, smell. If you take a smell, you are listening a music, relaxedly, sometimes you may listen the music, right? That time you can also smell some aromatic spices or something. While listening, you can take any spices or something, and you can smell that one. Otherwise, you can keep some flowers in that table or something. That smell, you can smell it, and also you can listen the music. Then after regularly morning getting up, right? Some people, they need that tea or coffee smell. They need that, right? They always used to habit of that. So instead of that, what you can do, different spices or different aromatic smells, giving some liquids, you can put it and you can smell that after getting up in the morning. Then what else you can do? Like you have different spices in your houses, right? So tell to someone to bring all the spices. You don't have to see it, okay? You have to close your eyes, and you have to take different spices, and like with the smelling itself, you have to tell which one is that. So you are giving some kind of work and you are stimulating your smell sensing pathway, but in different way, right? Different smells at a time, you are smelling it, different pathway, how it's work. Now you are closing your eyes, right? Closing your eyes, by only smelling, you are identifying that. Then touch. So we used to play with coins with the children, right? Like what you can do, you will hide somewhere and you will have to find it. Those kind of activity will be there. Instead, what you can do, take a bunch of coins, you have to close your eyes. You can play with yourself or else you can play with your children too. Okay, you have to close the, you have to close your eyes and you have to take a bunch of coins. By closing your eyes itself, you have to tell what kind of coin it is. Sometimes like some density coin will be there. 5 rupees will be like it has some density, thereby you can identify it. Otherwise, if you can able to touch and tell the number, sometimes the 1 and 2 rupee coin, in some coins you can able to touch and tell itself. You can even tell the shape of the coin. Mostly it will be like in a circular round shape will be there, but some coins may have a small coins, big coins, right? Some coins will be like smooth, right? Some 2 rupee coin and that will be like somewhat a harsh about the coin, right? So those kind of things, you have to close your eyes and you have to find it. Then even fabrics, right? You have to close your eyes and you have to touch and tell the fabrics, what kind of fabrics. It may be a silk, any cotton. By touching itself, initially some people you may not get it, but once you touch it and you feel it, how it the texture, like the softness and all in there, automatically in the next time you can, with by touching itself, you can automatically, you can tell, even without seeing it, you can tell that. Then hearing, how we can use that. Now I'm telling you, okay, just close your eyes now itself. Okay, you have to close your eyes and just listen the sounds surrounding you. I can able to hear the fan sound. Somewhere outside, some vehicle is going, that sound. But if you're a person who maybe there in the upstairs somewhere, you can able to see some bird sound. So you have to relax yourself and you have to hear the sound. By hearing the sound itself, you have to identify it. This way you can do that. What and all other things you can do, you have to close your eyes, but you have to start from the door, near the door, outside door. Then if you are very confident, by closing your eyes itself, you can able to tell which side, which room will be there, and what and all things can you able to see that. Suddenly now itself you can close your eyes and you can see the things around you. Maybe you are hearing the video, so maybe you have the mobile with you. Can you able to see what color dress are you wearing? Can you able to tell? If you see, can you able to tell what color dress you are wearing it? If anyone is near with you, what kind of color dresses they are wearing? What and all things, just don't see it now. Just close your eyes and find the things in your how in your room now. Now itself, what and all there in your room? Can you able to tell it? At least you have to tell some things, right? So like these kind of simple changes making, thereby you can improve your memory. So there are various activities are there. So we used to read silently. Some people, they used to read aloud. So sometimes if you are a people who reading silently, you can read it aloud, not for every time, like some 5 minutes like those. You can spend a little time and you can read aloud. Thereby what you are doing, you are reading and you are speaking. So different pathway you are activating at the same time. Different areas of the brain you are activating at the same time. So you can play with your friends or children. You can mute the TV and you can imitate the person, how they are speaking, you can imitate. So these kind of activities and all our brain likes more. So generally how the activities should be means, it should be like unusual, fun, and it should have engage your emotion. It should be like that. So generally all different different kind of activities will create new neural pathways. If you have a practice of consistently for a long period, you will get it the progress. So try to do this kind of exercise, thereby by making little changes in your daily routine. You have to break your routine, and thereby you can improve your memory, and you will get your brain fitness also very much in good way. So we'll see in the next class with different videos.